Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Yo, we back. It's that week one. PSG about to have fun. Split it like a bun. Cheeseburger. I won't hurt you. Let me stop now.
All right, so we back. I like it. We back, man.
Yo, it is the boy Pete. It is the boy E.
Okay.
We got Ralphie D.
Yes, sir.
On the ones and twos.
Okay.
So I can really mess with Ralphie D this season because like this time of year, specifically for this sport.
Okay.
Because we all know in the round ball, the boys lost. The boys lost when it comes to the round ball.
Yeah, and we're speaking of Mr. Ralphie D being the Lakers fan. If the family didn't know out there, he is a very, very, very,
and it
very
begins.
avid. Yeah, you know we gotta get you every time. Avid Lakers fan. So, did we ever talk about Buttman? Where you go Buttman being signed?
Dwight Howard?
Yeah, Buttman.
It is what it is.
Okay.
It is what it is.
Second chance. He's saying it's a second chance rebirth of his career.
Yeah.
We're going to see. You know, he happened to be a locker room killer, but maybe
Yeah.
I can't stand
changed
Ritter,
up.
yo.
Why?
Maybe he changed up.
And he said there's a lot of human in that studio right now. Fluffy World Order.
Yes, sir.
Matter of fact,
Yes, sir.
you better jump on FWO, Andy.
Yeah.
Out there in Texas. Spread the word.
Yeah.
FWO T-shirts coming soon.
Absolutely.
Fluffy World Order. We taking it over.
Absolutely.
But listen, man. It's back. It was back last night. I tried to tell my people, listen, take the Packers last night. I had a feeling the Packers was going to win the game. I knew it was ugly, but both defenses kind of shine. Mitchell is not there. I don't believe in Nagy. So all this Bears hype, I'm not with it. Allen Robinson, good looks on you.
Yeah, he did his
in the
thing.
fantasy league.
Yeah.
You did me well.
I'm going to say this to that. Listen, people understand. Okay, I understand. He's in his third year. He's going to have his pitfalls. A lot of people are down on him right now. Me personally, he did a lot of good things for me last year in fantasy. So this year I didn't take him. But I just think, it's the first game of the season. He didn't play all preseason. And you can see the rust on both sides. You can see the rust from even from Aaron Rodgers. But I'm going to say this. If they don't protect the Baba man by week 3, by week 4, is going to be out. We might not even see him.
But how many defenses are going to be like that what Chicago has?
Well, I have to look at the schedule to see who they play. But, are they playing the Lions? The Lions line is not nothing to play with.
It is, but it's different. They don't have a Khalil Mack who can just –
Very true.
Khalil Mack takes two who just makes it one-on-ones easier for lesser players.
But let's just take the Lions. And I agree with that. But let's take the Lions. The Lions does have Snacks. The Lions has with my buddy.
Snacks never been a pressure guy, though.
But he's still a big guy.
You're right.
You got my man from Green Bay that's playing against him.
Mike Daniels.
Mike Daniels. That's a revenge game for him. All I'm saying, my point is this. He took a lot of hits last night, whether it be – to me, it seemed like he was just off kilter the whole game.
That's what happens when you don't play the preseason.
And as I said earlier, it just seemed like he wasn't himself. He just wasn't himself, man. And I think that was the issue last year was the line, and that's why he got hurt last year. So they need to address that, man. Figure out whether they need to go more max protect. And I get what you're saying about the Bears line, but with everyone else that could be a little similar to that defense, may actually try to replicate what they did. May not be as like the Bears, but
as far as the game plan with the Packers. Now, I will tell you this, though.
Right.
I will tell you this. I think the key to the Packers' offense this season, for one, Matt LaFleur's commitment to the run, because you do have two decent running backs in Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams. Figuring out some way to get Jimmy Graham involved. We had the touchdown pass. It wasn't a lot of offense last night.
They still don't use them right.
But the weapon for the Packers is MVS. I'm not even going to try to say his name.
Okay.
MVS, something Valdez, Scantling, whatever.
Scantling, yeah.
So he's fast. He doesn't know what to do with his speed yet, but he's starting to learn. And because you always had Devontae Adams draw on the number one corner on the defense.
Right.
So you have other matches that you could take advantage of. And if we all see, if the Baba man has time, like you said, if he's protected, he's going to pick most teams apart.
Yeah, but the problem is with them, man, they have no push on the line with the run game. And that's the thing.
No, they don't.
And the thing is.
But once again, we're talking about Chicago.
Oh.
Chicago's arguably the best defense in the league.
I get that, but just give me some type of push somewhere. They couldn't get nothing going, man. And that's just not the first time I watched the Packers, not just Chicago.
Okay.
I watched in the past, and like it feels like their line doesn't get that push like they should. And the bottom line is, going forward, if they don't have that steady diet of a balanced offense where they can run the ball on a regular basis, if Aaron Rodgers is throwing the ball 40 times a game, that's a recipe for him being chipped up and being out again.
Right.
So they got to adjust that and work that out.
True.
I do respect, let me say this. I do respect Nagy, what he said. 3 points is just not enough. And,
And he called him out.
He called him out, and I can respect that he actually did come out after him. Because it's horrible.
But,
3 points?
But once again,
Come on,
I think the Packers themselves, they invested a lot this offseason in the defense.
They did, but I get that, but you still got to come up. 3 points is 3 points.
No, it's the
You
truth.
know what I mean?
It's the truth. I don't know how much Mitchell played in the preseason. I think he probably played
One game,
I think he had like one series and it was
Yeah,
just 3
yeah,
handoffs.
yeah.
So it's going to be like that. You know, these first couple weeks of the season is going to be a little ugly. You know what I mean? You're going to have some pretenders come out, maybe start hot, 2-2, 3-1. Teams that you don't think that would have been there or possibly have a playoff run in them.
Yeah.
And then they'll kind of come back to earth. And you may see teams that we see, the Patriots are notorious for doing that. Maybe they go 1-2. They never really go 1-3 or maybe they're 2-2 the first 4 games, and then they start to find their footing.
They have such an advantage. That division there is just god awful.
I don't think it's trust me. I don't think
It's god-awful.
I don't think it's going to be as god awful as you think this year. The Dolphins, yes, but I think the Bills and the Jets. I'm not saying that they have a chance to win a division, but I just don't think
Maybe the Jets.
I
Maybe
don't-
the Jets
not
will give them a
the-
problem. Not as far as division, but I'm talking about giving them an issue in the game.
right.
But I mean, when it's all said and done, the Patriots are going to win a division again.
Yeah.
Because they're going to sweep. Even with the Dolphins, let me say this about the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the Dolphins have not been what they were, they do play them tough at South Beach.
Yeah.
That's documented.
Well, that's just tough.
That's documented.
Any Florida,
Right.
any
Weather and
non-Florida
everything like
team
that,
in
yeah.
September,
It's hard. It's tough.
It's not gonna, that's why
It's tough.
we'll get into the pick 'em and we'll talk
Right.
about some games later on in the show. But we got Baltimore versus Miami this week.
I took
and
that one. That's
a
6 points.
That's a big suicide pool pick
took that one.
for everybody. But
Did you take it?
Yeah.
Me too.
One thing I want to say real quick before moving. Speaking of defenses, we look at the Bears defense. We see what the Packers defense. I think that division in and of itself is going to be like the winner may be 10-6, 11-5,
Right.
and they may have a wild card team. I actually think in the NFC you may have a 9-7 or a 10-6 team that will not make the playoffs.
I can see that. I mean, when you look at the landscape of things, and we'll go into it with the division winners and all that, I can see that that's something that may happen.
Right.
Especially with that division. And it's really the black. I mean, back in the day when I was coming as a kid, you know this black and blue. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And I think people are sleeping on Detroit. I think Detroit's going to be a little bit more
Who was
competitive.
my sleeper pick to win the North was Detroit.
I really think Detroit is going to be tough, man. They brought in some good pieces, man. So we'll see.
And I think that because their schedule and also with Stafford having Hawkinson and the offensive line or defensive lines being better.
Kerryon Johnson.
And Kerryon Johnson having somewhat of a running game.
Yep.
Also having C.J. Anderson there.
Yep.
Kenny Golladay coming into his own second year. So truly like passing the torch between him and Marvin Jones.
Right.
And then Matt Patricia really getting into his second year as a head coach. Then you can see that. I mean, if you look at everything, I think the best offense in the NFC North is going to be Minnesota.
Yeah.
And even with Kurt Coupon's there.
Yeah.
But Gary Kubiak and his zone running scheme with Dalvin Cook, I think it's going to be
with a healthy
Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook, and that's a big if.
Yeah.
But if he can, I know a lot of fantasy owners did take him.
Right.
But if he can stay healthy, I can see that. But listen, you still got Kyle Rudolph, you still got my man Diggs, you still got Thielen.
Yeah.
So they have a lot to offer, and I agree with that. They are the best offense in the North right now.
I think there's
going
the best complete offensive line, maybe not so much, but
skill positions.
we look at Denver when Kubiak was there. We look at Houston when Kubiak was there. And look at all the running backs he ever had. And with that zone running scheme, the scheme itself gets you yards.
Right.
In that scheme, we've never seen a Dalvin cooking. And don't get me wrong, I won't take away the years that Arian Foster had.
Right.
But just speaking as far as an athlete,
Dalvin
Cook. Remember his rookie year,
Right.
when they look at the breakaway touchdowns, who ran the fastest,
Right.
it was him.
It's him. Now listen, sleeper fantasy.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm probably going to take him. I mean, I should have did it already, but I haven't done it. Watch out for that 2 tight end set, the 12 personnel with the Minnesota Vikings and Irv Smith, as well as Kyle Rudolph.
It'll be second best.
That's going to be something. Yeah, second best.
Because who's first?
We already know who's first. Goddard, Ertz.
So
We already know.
let's get to that. At the link.
Before we do that,
Go ahead.
question of the day or Our poll question, rather.
Poll question.
Yes, sir.
So let's get this out the way. So our poll question, our agree to disagree question, is AB a bigger diva than T.O.? I say unanimously yes.
Okay.
Unanimously yes.
Okay. I actually agree with that.
Yes.
I totally agree with that. I mean, the curious case of Antonio Brown, man, where do you start, man?
The boy got some screws
I've
loose.
never encountered a situation. I mean, listen, T.O. had his days.
Right.
Keyshawn Johnson had his situation with Grudog back in the day. But you're coming after the GM. You're getting ready to fight him?
Yeah, see, T.O. never did that.
T.O. never did that.
T.O. never messed with his money.
Never did that. T.O. never did that.
Never messed with his money.
He might have did sit-ups in the driveway.
But why? Because he didn't get paid.
Right.
If you'd have gave T.O. $30 million in a new contract,
He wouldn't have did the sit-ups.
that boy would have been a model
He would have been a
teammate.
model teammate. But I just think right now it's a power struggle right now, and I see where Gruden. Let me say this about John Gruden. I think John Gruden, of course, he's there 10 years. We already know that he's going to be at least 6-7 years, at least that. And we know he's trying to build something. All right, but I think he's learned from that situation with Johnson.
Yeah.
If you notice his body language, if you notice that he's backing him the whole time, I think he learned from the Keyshawn Johnson situation. Okay, I'm in a situation now with Antonio Brown. Let me handle this different. Here's the issue.
I don't think you can handle Antonio Brown.
But here's the issue.
Go ahead.
The problem is this. Mike Mayock and Antonio Brown, two different personalities. Mike Mayock's old school. We understand who he is. Antonio Brown is Antonio Brown. But the problem is the fact that he's playing now. What does that say to Mike Mayock now?
You cut the legs up.
Exactly.
It's almost like it's like the last ditch effort. I will say this about the whole situation. For one, AB is unmanageable. He's unmanageable.
Always has been.
And now you're seeing what Pittsburgh, what they dealt with, but also what they enabled AB to become.
He turned.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not trying to take
I agree with that. No,
Okay.
but what I'm saying is he turned his last year. He put Bell. I believe it was Bell and him against Tomlin and Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
He turned Bell against them, against Ben. That's what type of person he is, man.
I think what's transpiring now, for me, I think it was inevitable to happen at some point in time during the season.
Not this early, right?
But this early,
Yeah.
before game one. But also, speaking of Mike Mayock, the only way I can go Mayock's way as far as blame and with the blame meter is the fact that if you were finding him, why would you just send him a letter? Like, why not call him into the office or do it face to face?
Okay.
Like this, in the manner in which he went to go ahead with the fine.
So you think you should have just addressed him personally?
Yeah.
And face it. I agree with that part. But at the end of the day, bro, you can't.
Oh no.
I mean, you just can't.
90% of the blame is on AB.
Yeah. But my thing is, bro, come on, man. You can't put. This is the same guy who did a Facebook Live after the game with the Chiefs and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Right.
You ain't learned from that yet. That ain't right. Didn't he get fined for that?
Yeah. But then missing money, throwing furniture off the balcony.
Yeah, man.
And the thing is,
don't forget didn't he punch somebody the week he got suspended?
Yeah.
From Pittsburgh, he punched somebody, right? I forget who it was.
The thing is, for me,
come on, man.
AB needs to be humbled. And this is why I remember revisionist history here. Mm-hmm. Remember on this show,
okay, when
you tried to tell me that OBJ was as big a diva as AB. And I said, it's not even close. It's not even close. AB takes the cake for – you could put OBJ and T.O. combined, they don't equal AB. And when it comes to the diva meter.
Well, listen, the proof is in the pudding right now. I mean,
it's just, bro, from that. Anybody who get a haircut like that, I don't give a crap who you are.
He dyed a beard blonde. That was it right there. But so if you're the Raiders,
he out here like a golden lord for Meteor Man.
He's stupid. If you're the Raiders, if you're John Gruden, if you're Mike Mayock, okay, how do you move forward? Yeah, you move forward by letting him play.
Right.
I get that, but there's got to be and yes, from what I understand, the reports are saying he did a heartfelt apology today, right? Mm-hmm. But the question is, was there also apology given to Mike Mayock? Yeah. They're not saying that because at the end of the day, yes, they are professionals, but it's hard to deal with someone that's coming in that manner at you like that, and basically he's supposed to be working for you. How do you move forward from that?
But see,
this, you know what I'm
saying? From the Raiders' perspective as an organization, and from Mark Davis?
Mark Davis, yeah.
Mark Davis, Al Davis' son, the owner of the team,
right? Who, by the way, And this is why I said when
You see his haircut? He got a Floby haircut.
he got a bowl joint. He got the bowl joint. Somebody took a bowl and said, "Put this right on your head like this. We gonna just cut it." But when everything happened, I was talking to my buddy at work. I said, he's not gonna get suspended because at the end of the day, next year, Mark Davis is trying to cash in.
Vegas.
We gonna sell them. We gonna sell them PSLs.
Yeah.
And AB's gonna be on his team.
Yeah.
So whether I lose Mike Mayock, because that's what's it's looking like.
Yeah.
It's looking like Mayock's gonna step down. I feel it. Whether it be this year or next year, if everything continues to go the way it is, AB's gonna win.
Yeah.
Because Mark Davis is trying to cash in.
Yeah, you going to Vegas, you need a star.
Yeah, you gotta have that name.
AB in Vegas may be a match made
made in heaven.
Really. And it sucks because they really did have a decent draft.
Yeah, they did.
And I feel like this is taken away from a lot of it with Josh Jacobs, with Colton Miller, Cleveland Farrell,
John Abraham.
So I mean, it's just in the offseason signings. I mean, you brought how ironic is it
I know what you're about to say.
that you had
Incognito and Burfitt,
Vontez Burfict and Richie Incognito,
and you don't hear nothing.
Holding AB back.
Yeah.
Like how? Like if you put the Mount Rushmore of bad guys in the NFL, those three would be on it.
Yeah.
And how coincidental Burfict is the reason why Le'Veon Bell missed that game in the playoffs.
Don't forget about the hit on Antonio Brown.
Yeah, across the middle. I actually saw the post today.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it. I think that messed him up, yo.
You think so?
I think. Listen, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I think AB. I mean, there's some stuff going on.
Right.
But I think them hits are starting to really affect him.
But
like his thinking. Because with that CTE, man, your thinking ain't right.
But you heard what Ryan Clark said.
Bro.
Ryan Clark said this is the same AB that was in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Pittsburgh just kept it quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They kind of dealt
pacified
with
it.
They pacified it.
Yeah.
They put a Band-Aid over it instead of really dealing with it. Now, my thing is this. Now that since they didn't suspend him and he plays week 1, he's on the roster, his salary this year is fully guaranteed. I think it was like $14.96 million.
Yeah.
But there was a way that they would suspend him and then cut him. They wouldn't have owed him anything. So, like, it speaks to your point about they really choosing AB over Mayock.
Yeah.
And I can kind of understand that. You know what I mean? From a bigger business
standpoint,
point of view, because it's bringing publicity whether it's negative or not. My only thing is those other 52 dudes in that locker room, not even counting the practice squad dudes.
Right.
Like, you didn't have some of these guys who are undrafted players who Mike Mayock and the team took a chance on, who they can, if they boom or bust, and now you –
Doss. That's a guy they could have kept. I mean,
I wouldn't say I want to keep somebody over him, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I hear what you're saying. But, I mean, the bottom line is, man, I mean, like I said earlier, how do you fix this?
You can't.
And Grudog, I mean, I give him props because he's like the puppet master, man. He's trying to keep everything together.
Right.
But after a while, man, listen, they're going to lose. They're going to be an 8-8, maybe 7-9, maybe 6-10 team. So how does Antonio act then when he's not getting the ball like he should, like he wants it?
Well, you're going to be like most wide. Trey Wingo calls them wide divas. Because wide receivers, man, they especially good ones to the great ones. And AB, I hate to say it, as far as he is as a person, like he's a great one. Like, you gotta give him. He's an undeniable talent. To me, AB, all right, this is the perfect analogy. Perfect analogy. And I'll get Rafi's thoughts. We'll hit some comments, and then we'll move on to the preview. AB to me is NFL's Floyd Mayweather.
How so?
Just you don't want to go have a beer with that person. You don't want to hang with that person,
but you want to watch them.
But you can't deny when they get on the field and their craft. There may be very few, if none, better.
That's a good point.
You see what I'm saying?
And then there's some that want him to fail.
Yes.
There's some that definitely want to fail, but then there's a majority that says, "Yo, I like this dude."
Yeah, because you
dude.
watch him.
I like his swag. I like what he does. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want to see him score a touchdown. I want to see him do this.
And to work out 2 to 3 times a day.
Yeah, man. He's
to frostbite your feet because you wore the wrong socks. You know what I mean?
Work ethic wise, man. I mean, he's the creme de la creme. Yeah. He's what you want in a player, but it's just that other stuff that comes with it.
Rafi, your thoughts on AB?
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Because 3 months ago when he was on the trade market, a lot of people wanted AB. To come to Philly.
They did.
And I wasn't one of them because I knew the locker room presence that he had, and especially what he did when the Chiefs played the Steelers and he went to Facebook Live and
Yes.
they were talking about next week.
I couldn't believe
the
it.
game
yo.
play about next week.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe he did it.
He's so self-centered, bro. That's why I said.
couldn't believe it, yo.
That's why I said like.
Do you think he's an attention whore?
Yes!
Or if the attention's
Absolute-
not on AB.
The man dyed his beard blonde. That's all I gotta say about that.
No, I don't know if he's at attention. I don't.
What?
Somewhere along the line.
The man dyed his beard blonde, bro.
No, that's true. But most cats in the NFL ain't wired right anyway. They do dumb
No,
stuff.
this guy's on
But
different level, bro.
I forget who said it, but they said it may have been Orlovsky from ESPN.
Okay.
But they said somewhere along the line, AB needs to find that guy that went unscouted in Florida, went to Central Michigan as a walk-on, and then took that motivation and be that fifth-round pick and turn himself into – somewhere along the lines, AB started feeling how good he was.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you one person who called this whole thing.
Who?
Ryan Clark
He did.
Yeah.
when he went on ESPN, and he got a lot of backlash from it.
Yes, he did.
But he told the truth, and sometimes the truth hurts, but it happened.
Yeah.
When he was talking about how if you give this dude money, he's going to turn into a monster, and look what happened.
Right.
You gave him money, he turned into a monster.
Right. But that guy he's explaining is gone.
Yeah.
Because, see,
Yeah.
the thing is, what you got to understand, we all understand, there's got to be you have to basically get to a certain point in life. He had to create like, honestly, if you think about even with Deion wasn't as outrageous as he is, but Deion even said, you got to create this character sometimes.
Right.
And in order to have this character brings a lot. You know what I mean? Off on the field, endorsements, blah, 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 blah. His character is just AB.
Yeah.
That guy from Central Michigan's gone, man. We're never going to see him again. Never going to see him again.
And then it's the fact that it's starting to do off the field things, and you do it publicly in that. Like, I mean, I've never seen any instance. If I'm Mayock, I'm stepping down right now.
Really?
Right now.
Right? Like, because
you feel disrespected. Is that what you're saying?
yes.
Yeah.
Like, you did it in a public forum against, and you threatened me.
That's what I'm saying. He's got that's the point I'm making, Pete, and we're on the same page. He had to apologize to him. He had to.
Even if you apologize to me, dog, like, you still wouldn't be playing. Like, you want like,
keep in mind who's making the calls. At the end of the day, who's making the
Gruden.
decision?
But see, Gruden. This is
$100
why
million man.
I think Gruden loves Mayock being a GM.
He
because,
does.
because Gruden can be the good
He
guy.
does. But this is where the business side comes into play, y'all.
Yeah.
This is where the business side comes into play. Listen, I'm quite sure when this all happened, he went right up to that room with Mark Davis.
Yeah.
And I'm quite sure they had a 2-hour conversation, how long it might have been, the three of them. And Mark Davis said, listen, in so many words, don't F my money.
Yeah.
Right now, he's my money.
Now, see,
So whatever y'all need to do to fix this thing,
yeah.
y'all not going to mess with my money.
Now, see, if he was in New England or something, Bill Belichick would be like, sit your ass down.
Yeah, Bill would have said,
If this happened in New England, you think he would be gone?
Yeah.
Go on.
They've done
Good
it.
night. Good night.
Chad Johnson.
Good night.
Gone.
Good night.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Get out of here. Like, we don't need that.
Did you watch what Gronk said on the shop?
No.
Gronk said on the shop, I don't know if anybody watched that, family. He said, everyone's the same. They said even Tom Brady, everyone's the same.
Yeah, he don't discriminate.
There's no favoritisms. He said Tom even gets it at times.
Really?
He said everyone is the same.
This what makes him
That's how he treats
the
everybody.
GOAT. The greatest of all
But
damn
that's
time.
what great organizations do, bro.
It's not organizations.
It's a machine, yo.
It's a great person. It's
a
one
machine.
it's one great person and his vision, and he was empowered to put his vision to light,
It's
and
a
you see
machine,
what
bro.
happened.
It's a
Yeah.
machine.
And he's infected everybody else underneath of him, and that now all clones of Belichick. But that's enough.
Yes, sir.
That's enough, because 1 o'clock at the Link on Sunday,
Okay.
number 11, Uno, and the boys is going to be playing the Washington football team. I refuse to say the name. I will not. It's the team who should not be named. Get my Harry Potter-ish until they change it, and when they don't change it, that is why they will not be
Yeah, they're not gonna
successful.
change it.
I seen Chrome came in. He said 33-10. But let's look at the game.
I don't know about that guy.
The energy in the building on Sunday is going to be ridiculous. D-Jack's back.
Yeah.
He'll lead the offense out. He should. The offense should come out first, but then as soon as he win the coin toss, kick the ball, because what happens, defense feeds off the crowd.
Right.
I just don't see. It's a divisional game. When we look at the Birds, it's a divisional game, and we always know. And we could now Washington's defense, I actually like it. I like it. I don't like it a lot, but it's definitely the strong suit of their team.
Right.
On the defensive side of the ball, especially you look at now they're going to a 3-4.
Right.
So you're going
Right.
Deron Payne, John Allen,
Ryan Anderson.
and Ryan Anderson.
Yep.
And then on your outside linebackers are going to be Ryan Kerrigan. And then let's not forget their second stringer is Montez Sweat.
Right.
And then I forget who they have for linebackers, but they got Landon Collins in the secondary along with Josh Norman. Josh Norman, obviously is better suited at zone. But with that being said, that offense though, the Redskins offense, I don't know
Let me
where.
pick that up. Let me just pick it up from here. I mean,
where?
honestly, if you're a Washington Redskins fan out there, I don't know how you can feel. I was saying this to Ralphie off camera. How do you feel comfortable with coming into a game with Case Keenum as your quarterback?
It's not even
How
that.
do you feel? No, how do you feel comfortable with Adrian Peterson telling your coach to call this play? Did you hear about that? Oh, that's real.
What happened?
Adrian Peterson, Gruden's so tired of him. Gruden's ready to cut him. But
Yeah, they say he's going to be inactive for Sunday.
He is right because what happens?
Oh, really?
What happens is Adrian Peterson saying, "Yo, call this play right here to Gruden on a regular basis." So when and what do you guys say
Oh, man.
to a lineman that pretty much got cut, pretty much was the laughing stock of the NFL, is now your starting guard? What do
Eric Flowers.
And Eric Flowers. What do you say to Donald Penn, who's not Donald Penn that he was 3 to 4
36 years old.
Not Donald Penn that he was 3 to 4 years ago, but he's just a shell. So with that being said, coming into this game, I honestly think, and I'm just gonna give my prediction right now, I think it's gonna start off slow. Like I said to you earlier, listen, guys, it's gonna take time for Carson to get used to everything.
We saw what happened with the Baba man last night.
So it's gonna take some time.
Took him a while.
Don't
him a
expect some high scoring game. It's not gonna be like that. Now the spread was 9. Now it's 10. Now, correct?
10. Yeah,
Yes.
I don't think they cover the spread.
I wouldn't take it, man.
I wouldn't take it.
I wouldn't touch it.
I don't even like really the over in the game
No.
because of the fact that
I stay
think
away from it.
I don't see Washington. I don't see how they can score more than 14 points on us.
Well, let me say this to that. You could see a special team touchdown. You could see a defensive touchdown. That's possible.
Who are their wide receivers? I don't even know. Paul Richardson.
They got
That's
Paul
it.
Richardson. They got the kid Harmon from Palmyra, who's supposed to be playing. I believe offhand. He's from Palmyra High School. Richardson, him. Who's the other cat?
No clue.
No,
And then Jordan Reed, who's always hurt.
he's
He's inactive, right?
So Darius Guyz is going to be their starting running back this Sunday.
Yep. And they're
So-
going to have Darius Guyz and Chris Thompson.
So-
they let go of some IGP Ron. He went to Cincinnati.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
understand that. I didn't understand that.
And they're going to have AP inactive. Now,
I understand that cut.
I feel for Case Keenum kind of because my the mighty have fallen. 2 years ago, he was playing in the NFC Championship game. He didn't play
Yeah.
well, but
Right.
he was played on a team that went to an NFC Championship game.
Right.
Now he done bounced to Denver. Nothing happened there. Gets traded to Washington.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just getting a check.
Yeah.
But he got to look around him and be like, dog.
I'm shocked he didn't actually pull to get traded to the Giants before that.
He has no pool.
What I'm saying to you is I'm shocked that his agent didn't try to levy for him to go to the Giants before the Daniel Jones thing happened. Because obviously he has some type of formula. And his coaches have formula with coaches. You know what I mean? With players, rather. Him and Sherman together was a nice match, you know? So I'm just shocked he didn't try to do that before the Daniel Jones situation.
Sherman could have spoke up and tried to get him to come. But, I mean, Gettleman is,
set in his ways.
yeah. He talking about somebody that's in concrete.
Gettleman saw, he said, and it's a very good quote. He said, I saw 3 plays. He said, I saw him throw for 3 minutes, and I knew this was my guy.
Who, Daniel Jones?
Mm-hmm.
Happy for him.
Yeah.
Happy for him.
That's what he said.
Happy for him.
But so far, the Giants fans is actually excited, which is shocking.
Good. What else they going to be excited about? They have no – I mean, Sterling Shepard, I mean, he may have lost a step, got hurt. They don't have Golden Tate. He a juicer.
I think that's another thing.
He's out for 4 weeks.
I think they need to reevaluate that. The man was taking the drug for utility.
For what?
For
Fertility?
Fertility, rather. Excuse me.
Infertility.
Yes.
He's not
He was
fertile. They have a son already.
Listen, I'm just telling you what the reports are saying. That's what they said.
But all right, let me tell you something.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
But my point is this, and this is not the first time, as you know, it happened to Mathis before, when Robert Mathis was playing.
Yeah.
Robert Mathis was playing on Indianapolis.
Right.
Same exact thing happened, where he was taking a drug for fertility, and they suspended him. What I don't understand is what are the parameters for certain drugs? If you know that he's using it for this purpose, he's not trying to juice. why suspend him?
See, no,
You know what I'm saying?
I think if I'm an NFL player and I'm
You know what
older,
I'm saying,
and I'm older, I'm 34 or older, like Robert Mathis was, like Golden Tate starting to get up there a little bit too.
Okay.
And I tell you, you know what? Give you this pill. It's gonna help you recover faster, but it may give you like an oily discharge from your ass or something, and it's on the banned substance list. But they may not catch it. You gonna take it?
But do we know that's the actual
I'm not
situation?
just listen, dog. These
Do we-
dudes is in the best shape of their life.
I get that part.
You feel what I'm saying?
I get that part.
So,
but-
you talking
but
about
my
some
point is-
infertility? Like I'm trying to shoot as many shots as I
but
can without
here's
no
my-
kids.
Here's my issue. Do we know? First of all, we don't know that was the case,
No, we don't.
right? But my point is,
So you just can't assume it's
you're-
either.
But if you're taking it for that though, right? Why suspend him? Now, if he's doing it, to
Because
juice
if
up,
you-
now that's something different,
Right, because
Right.
it's just on the ban. But like you said, it's so many different chemicals and compounds that's on the banned substance list, which I feel as if the NFL should make public. Because if you can
Now,
suspend,
why would they make it? Why would they do that?
just so you know, like I mean, I guess that they know it tested whatever. Golden Tate would know whatever it tested positive for. That he can go back to the manufacturer and say, "Is this in this chemical compound
Okay.
in this pill?" Then go from there. Or it can just be a fertility pill. What is it going to do? What levels of a man's body is it going to raise? What hormone is it going to raise? It's going to raise his testosterone.
Okay.
So that can mask something like it's a PD or something, PED or something like that. But nevertheless, that's too much time on the Giants anyway. Let's get back to the Eagles. Let's get back to Sunday. Offense, Wentz, how long do you think it takes him to get settled in? Now, this is the key stat. Carson Wentz, on all of his season opening drives, has all led to a touchdown.
Yes, he has.
Okay.
Will this happen? Do you think this will happen Sunday? That's one. And so I guess that negates my first question because, like, how long do you think it takes him to get settled in? Because if he scores a touchdown in his opening drive, I mean, it won't take him that long.
I disagree. Yeah, I don't think he scores. I think it takes him a quarter to get going. Just like how Aaron Rodgers was, it took him a quarter and a little bit to get going. But once he starts getting going, there ain't no slowing down Carson Wentz,
Right.
as we've seen in the past.
Right, I agree with you. I agree with that. I mean, I just think, like I said, people are going to be. And this the thing is, as a fan base, I understand we can be impatient. He's going to start going to slow, man. It's going to take some time for him to adjust to the speed of the game again. He hasn't played almost
9 months.
9 months.
Yeah,
10
something
months.
like that.
Going on 10 months.
And the scrimmages compared to the game speed is just so much different. So it could take him maybe 2 quarters to really get into gear.
Yeah.
It can.
You know?
And now there are some concerns with the game. But I will say this though: Washington themselves will not beat us, but we can beat ourselves.
I agree
Yeah.
with that.
So, and that's really on any given Sunday.
I agree with that.
Greg Minuski against Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson has not won that matchup that well.
Mm-hmm.
If you notice, since Doug Peterson's been the head coach since 2016, his defense is, even with lack of talent, he always finds a way to give Doug Peterson fits, and especially with the linebackers and just getting underneath the zones, and especially with the secondary as well. So I do think that the Eagles, however, can run the ball on the Redskins. I'm interested to see. I know Brandon Brooks. He wants to play.
He is playing.
He is playing.
Are you serious?
Everyone. The only people that's not playing is Malata. It was actually inactive. It's Malata, Camus, and what was the other name? There's one more. Camus, Malata, and there's one more. But everyone else is playing.
Everybody's playing.
Is
Everyone
Brandon
else is
Brooks
dressing up.
starting? And
Yes.
Is he
starting.
He's
Is
ready.
he going to be on the
Starting
snap count?
at right
He's
guard.
ready
No,
to go.
he's starting at right guard.
So
right
he's
guard.
full go.
Full go, 5 months
Jeez.
removed
5
from
months
it.
removed. Now, that's a
5 months
That's a freak.
removed.
That's a
At
freak. So let me
340 plus.
Let me just give also my
His
input
weight.
with this. Yeah, he's an athlete, man. He's an athlete. He's a stud. I do think you're going to see a lot of the 12 personnel. I just want to see what the matches are with the 12 personnel with Ertz, with God on the field, whether it be Anderson. I want to see how that aspect of the game happens, how the Redskins try to attack that, how the Redskins try to slow them down. But at the end of the day, Deshaun Jackson in revenge games, he's that good.
And now remember,
He's that good.
Deshaun's going to have that splint on his ring finger because he broke it. So just remember that.
He still has the best hands of,
Oh, yeah.
of any deep ball.
Yeah, but you could take that together. You could take that offhand if it's your ring finger.
Yeah, the only thing it may affect is his feel.
Just do the Kobe. Just tape it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can say maybe it's
Just
feel.
tape it.
Maybe it's feel. But I mean, definitely I can see them going deep. You can possibly the TO-esque with Donovan in 05, 04. I said 04. Yeah, 04. Opening game, opening play, touchdown. You can see that because, I mean, once again, I don't know. Fabian Moreau, I think it's the other corner.
Yeah,
with Josh.
Fabian Moreau, Josh Norman's still there.
So, I mean, but neither one of them can stick with Deshaun on if he
Who's
opens
the other
up.
cat they got? Dunbar's another guy they have as well. But
Yeah.
Dunbar against Jeffrey, that's going to be a matchup problem.
So I'm interested to see I'm actually more interested to see what we do with the running game and our game plan.
Yeah.
Because we didn't really see an effective running game.
And Doug, he's more of a pass-happy guy than he is more run.
Yeah, and I think he's going to want to get Carson involved in the game early. So definitely some heavy pass, but I think what made us so special in 2017 was our run game. Was our run game. I mean, I said this last year. I don't think we should ever let LeGarrette Blount go, even though I think he still have been somewhat serviceable.
I mean, they gambled. They thought that Ajay could take the realm. They thought he could take the helm as far as the bulk of taking the
last
carries.
year you saw it.
Yeah.
You saw it last year where you were up 10, 17, got late third, fourth, and you didn't have that running back to give the ball to and say, have fun. You know, carry 6 dudes for 3 first downs in a row.
So while we're on it, there was another trade that actually was proposed, but it didn't happen with Jordan Howard going. There was speculation that Howie Roseman did offer Jordan Howard a middle round pick for Melvin Gordon.
Yeah.
And that was just a move for me. And people, are hating, saying, oh, that was a dumb move. But Howie's just that type of guy. He just cooks, man. Whatever he can throw, he throws that spaghetti against the wall and it sees what sticks. But it didn't stick. But that's okay.
Not yet.
But however, here's my question. Not yet, right. Here's the question, though. Now, there's reports that are saying that they're falling out of love with Jordan Howard.
Who?
There's reports saying that they're falling out of love.
They're falling out of love.
They're falling out of love with Jordan
Oh,
Howard.
yeah. Because Jordan Howard is on the decline. But once again, you diminish your asset when you do that.
So my thing is, I want to see in
Give
this
him
game.
2 weeks.
Here's my problem.
2 weeks going back up.
I want to see how he's used this game.
Yes.
Coming up.
I want Jordan Howard to go off this game.
How many carries
so
he gets.
He looks more attractive.
Right. How many
and
carries
give
he
us Melvin
gets.
Gordon.
And then from the carries, you can tell how the season will kind of
No,
go from there.
I don't want him here wholesale. If you give me a chance to get Melvin Gordon, see, this is my thing with this team. When I look at the Eagles roster as an Eagles fan, I do think we have one of the best rosters as far as depth and talent in the league. But with that being said, I don't think besides Carson, I don't think we have that offensive piece that puts us over the top. Like Clowney. Clowney would have put us over
defensively, you're saying.
Just as to put us over the top.
As a whole team.
As a whole. To put us over the top. Like I
here's
think
the
if you get
thing,
somebody
though.
like Melvin Gordon, that puts you over the top.
Right, and I agree with that. And I think Howie was thinking like that. But at the end of the day, we are the Patriots NFC. And for now, unless that happens, which is, if it does happen, I'll be happy with it. But unless that happens, we're going to stick to the script. The script is we're going to have our running backs, we're going to have our stable. We're going to put each running back in certain situations, whatever they're good at, whether it be 3rd and 4, we're going to put Sproles in there. Whether it be we're winning the game, we need to shave the clock down. We're either putting Sanders in or we're putting Jordan Howard in. That's what they're going to run right now. But like to set up what you said,
Right.
Getting a guy like Gordon does make a lot of sense. It does make you better.
It does, and to speak about the Patriots, I would much rather love to have Sony Michel over Jordan Howard any day of the week, twice. If you told me right now we had Sony Michel and Miles Sanders on the same, I'm good. I'm good. But the only thing with Gordon is you would have to pay him something.
That's why I'm saying I don't think it's going to happen.
Because
now they could run him though for the year, which I was kind of thinking that.
You could.
I mean, look what
Well,
they
that
did.
Jordan
look
Howard,
what they did with Ajayi.
if you're gonna rent him, then that's a perfect package.
Yeah, look what
to
they did with
rent a
Ajayi.
dude. All you give up is a 5th rounder and Jordan Howard. That if the reports are true that you're falling out of love with him, then there's no point in bringing him back.
Yeah.
Next
so
after this year.
So you rent Gordon for the year, and then you kind of see where it goes.
Yep.
And then if it doesn't go where you want to go, you move forward.
Yeah.
And
You still got Sanders at the end of the day.
And Gordon himself, don't get me wrong, we've seen the Chargers are Chargers, and we know that he's an above average running back, but he hasn't had a stage like Philly to play on. You know what I mean? How many primetime games do we have this year? 4 or 5?
Yeah, something like that. It's crazy up.
You know what I mean? So when you see that, it's like, dude, get this dude in here as fast as possible. And the thing for me is, if the Chargers, if they want the Chargers to eat the salary, Howie, just man up, pay him the salary to get the deal done.
Yeah, I don't get that part of him not eating the salary. I mean, if you're all in like you say you're in,
Right.
you eat the salad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
So real quick on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
them damn Twins says Philly cannot run on Washington. Stop it. Y'all sleeping, man. Actually, it's the Skins that will run the ball. Philly better hope Wentz doesn't get injured, because then what? Shaking my head. Eagles a house of cards.
Does he know who his quarterback? Ask him who his quarterback is. Ask him. I want you to ask him who is your.
And what happened the last time he played in the link?
You honestly can't tell me that he feels comfortable with saying what he just said.
Yeah, Case Keenum.
You can't.
He's trolling.
I just broke it down. I just said to you, you got Eric Flowers as your guard, starting guard, and Donald Penn on one side.
Yep.
Fletcher. I'm sorry, that's going to be Jackson's side. Jackson, and I think it's going to be Brandon Graham. They're going to eat all day.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I hope they do eat
So that means that Fletcher.
Fletcher going to switch over.
Fletcher,
Yeah.
Fletcher going to probably switch over.
I think he's going to start a little slow, too, because remember, he hasn't played a lot.
He has the foot injury. Coming off of.
He's coming off the foot injury. So, now, biggest question. Let's go to our biggest questions, offense and defense. Biggest question on the defense. Derek Barnett may not play.
Yeah.
Now, when they made the decision to not pursue Clowney for a bag of fucking balls,
Yeah.
a third-round pick that you just gave up a third-round pick for Golden Tate last year as a rental for half a year, but you in your mind, Clowney wasn't worth that.
Yeah.
That right there, that move, that decision, put Derek Barnett and Clowney on the same level in their opinion, because they're looking at it like, okay, we're comfortable with Barnett.
Right.
So that means to tell me you think you're going to get the production out of Barnett that you would have got out of Clowney. And for one, even with the best 20/20 odds, I don't see that.
I think what they're looking at, and I agree with you on that, but I think what they're looking at is a stable, not just – they're not saying Barnett versus Clowney. They already know – I'm quite sure they have some type of smarts to understand that's not an equation. But I think they're looking at the level of the attrition, or not attrition, but the level of guys they have. Deshaun Hall, as well as Curry, as well as – and how they're switching guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I think what they're thinking of is, okay, all right, we're not going to make this move. We're going to believe in our guys. Whether we think it's right or wrong.
Right. No, I get you.
This is where they are. And Howie's the type of guy, whether some people agree with it or not, when he's all in on somebody, when he's all in a group of guys, he's going to be loyal to them.
Yeah.
And and this could be the downfall of the year for us. Or it could be a great
But
thing
you also
for
got to
us.
think about how he's been like that ever since he's been
Absolutely.
here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's evident that he said, okay, I'm just going to go with my guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the guys that we have, Curry, Hall, Sweat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Graham.
Sweat he's a big disappointment for me right now.
He is. But obviously they see something in the still. I don't know what it is.
Right.
I sure don't know what it is, but they see something.
So
Maybe he's a good practice guy. I don't know.
offense. I want to see. I'm very curious to see, and I'm gonna be monitoring this all year. I want to see Goddard's snaps and his involvement, because don't get me wrong, I love Ertz. I think Ertz can shake a nickel corner out his shoes and a linebacker. He just doesn't have the pop for me.
He don't break tackles. He goes right down.
Like Goddard.
He goes right down.
So to me,
he don't break tackles.
I want to see, because I don't think they used him enough last year as a rookie.
Nah.
So I want to see how his involvement in the offense, and if we select
that 12 personnel, man, that's gonna be, like I said earlier, that's gonna be the key. And how they use them on a regular basis. And like you said, how many snaps are they gonna give him?
Yeah.
When you have a weapon like that, when you have a guy that and actually listen, let's keep it real. Carson, him and they have some type of chemistry as well. You know what I mean? So this is where Dougie, okay, he's got all the weapons. We understand that. But how do you use all these weapons?
Yeah.
Because there's only one ball to go around. You know what I mean? How do you use all these weapons to make it work?
And then you
know
also
what I'm saying?
got Aguilar too. But now, what did we see though? This is 2016. Him, Reich, DiFilippo kind of figuring themselves out, right? 2017, second year all together, correct? Look what happened. We had a parade down Broad Street in February 2018.
Yep.
So now shit changes. Last year coming into the year, new offensive coordinator, and we have a new QB coach. Okay, filling each other out. Now everybody's back at the table again for another year. So how the players gel together also going to be how the coaches gel together. So now we have Press Taylor, second year's QB coach. Then we have Mike Gross, second year's offensive coordinator. And now you have Doug Peterson and Deuce, who've been the mainstays.
Right.
But now kind of know their tendencies and how the offense evolves. Because I think Wentz will be fine.
Right.
The biggest thing about Wentz, and everybody can tell, even the biggest Wentz detractors, is not his play.
Right.
It's his ability to be healthy.
Yeah, I think one other thing, and we didn't bring this up, but one other thing that's kind of it's actually I actually noticed it, and this is at a page of Bill Belichick, and something that he's done through the years, which I thought was very, very, very interesting, very, very, very peculiar, is the Washington Redskins signed Wendell Smallwood as well as another Eagles player as soon as they got cut. Now, a lot of times this happens when you're trying to get information.
That's
real quick,
that's
did you
why
see-
AP may be inactive.
And I think, and I'm going to say this, I think that's part of the reason. Of course, we're going to start off slow. Also, we're going to win the game. But I think it's one of those things where, if everyone remembers the Kevin Cobb game, and remember how he was telling us the signals to the defense when he's on Arizona Cardinals, you may kind of see something like that with Wendell Smallwood. So that's something that's kind of on the radar, but no one's paying attention to. But that's something we might want to look into
Or
as well.
it was the first meeting against the Cowboys and Eagles when we had DeMarco Murray, and
Yeah.
the video came out of DeMarco screaming on the sideline, telling I forget who he was telling.
Yeah.
Watch out for the hitch. Watch out for the
Yeah.
because he knew it was coming.
Yeah, and Smallwood's been with us, 5 years, right?
Yeah, 4
So, I mean,
4 to 5
and
years.
this is a
Yeah.
guy that knows our offense.
Yep.
This is a guy that knows our intricate what we do on a
You
regular
don't think
basis.
they will change that up though? Somewhat.
I think they're going to
just
change
the cadences.
I think they would change some things up, but you can't change that much stuff in a matter of a week.
No, but talent still prevails, baby.
And that's why I said they're going to win.
Yeah,
of course. But
talent
what
still-
I'm saying, my point is, out of the Bill Belichick playbook, if you will, that's what he did. You saw him do with the Jets. There's players that the Miami, he actually got from Miami the week before they played him. That's just something to think about. That's all.
So,
Real quick, Jordan Reed is listed as questionable. He's still in concussion protocol.
He's not playing.
not playing. For his sake, I want him to walk away from the game.
Yeah, man. He's
getting
been
checked
banged
out.
up.
Been banged up. Like
Him and Luke Kuechly's another guy. I'm like, yo, dude, just listen. You're a great player, but
middle
when
linebackers.
you're-
like
It sucks,
when
bro,
you're-
because
when
like
you're
Luke's
39,
such a
40 years
great
old,
player,
yeah,
bro.
but when you're 40 years old, bro, that
Yeah,
stuff
man.
hits you, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, Mike. Listen, I could look up Mike McCary.
Yeah.
Look up Mike McCary.
This is
man.
why Andrew Luck walked away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Andrew Luck walked away from the same reasons.
and they still don't know what's wrong with ankle. Still don't to this day.
Chris Borland walked away from the
Yeah.
same thing after winning Rookie Defensive Player of the
Yeah.
Year. I think he had like the most tackles for a rookie
Yeah,
linebacker.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
speaking of NFL news, because we all had the Eagles winning the game.
Okay,
Let's go around the league real quick, and then we'll get into the PSG Pickem.
okay.
NFL news, Zeke gets his deal, 6 years, 90, $50 million guaranteed. I'm upset that Jera came to his senses, but good on him.
You actually thought he was going to not sign him?
For a minute there, the way he was talking.
No, it's all talk. I knew as soon as they said when they said that they're going to have the game plan in by Wednesday, I said it's going to get done. Probably not that morning, Tuesday night it'll be done.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to get done.
So I would like this. I heard this. Somebody said, when you look at the Cowboys, would you, out of these three, how would you rank them? Zeke, Emmett, and Tony Dorsett.
That's a very good question.
I know my ranking already.
That's a very good question. Now I'm gonna say this because he is the Russian champ. I'm gonna go Emmett first.
No.
Go
ahead, give your ranking.
Let me get my rankings. I'm gonna go Emmett first because he is the Russian champ. You can't take that away from him.
Right.
Now, talent wise, Tony Dorsett was a bad boy and Zeke's a bad boy. But you gotta go Emmett. Then I would say go Zeke and then go Dorsett.
I put Emmett last.
Really?
Even though he's a Russian champion.
Yeah, because dog, like he's out of those three, he's the worst athlete out of them all. Zeke can do
Still the Russian champion though.
yeah, because you put Zeke behind that line.
I mean, he had to have some ability. And people say that. People crack me up when they say that crap. He had to have some.
No, I'm not saying. I'm talking about.
Let me say this. I'm not an Emmett. I wasn't an Emmett.
Okay.
I'm not an Emmett apologist. But come on, man. He had to run. He had to have some ability.
No, but
People crack me up when they say
Emmett
that.
wasn't- Emmett
look at that
wasn't-
line he had. No, man. Emmett had to at least have.
he didn't
had
have
to
the
see
same.
holes.
I'm talking about ability. Like speak. If you're
His
speaking
vision.
you speaking
Emmett didn't have
ability. You
vision?
speaking ability alone. You think Emmett had more ability than Zeke? Did you see? When's the last time you see Emmett catch a screen pass and run 75 yards down the field?
Zeke is a baller. I'm not saying.
Okay, that's all I'm
Zeke's
saying.
a baller. I'm just saying, but I'm going to give him respect because he is the number one rusher. Period.
That's you.
Okay.
That's you.
Ralphie.
I'll probably go your list.
Yeah, man. You got to give the man respect, man. He's
I'm
number
not.
one.
I'm not nostalgic like that. I live in the moment. So then another
But
one.
it's wrong. It's wrong. No,
Another one.
it's wrong.
All right. So Zeke gets his deal. Everybody's happy in Dallas.
Okay.
They better get off to a hot start. They are 7-point favorites, 7.5, I believe.
7. Oh, is it 7.5 now?
I think it's 7. I got it in Delaware at 7.5.
Okay.
Over the New York Football Giants.
Steelers and Patriots.
425.
Mm-hmm.
America's game of the week.
Okay.
Just give them more reason to call them America's team. So obviously I think that Dallas wins that game. But before we get to that, we spoke about AB being a wide receiver.
Okay.
There's a player, another fantasy stud wide receiver that may not play Sunday.
Who's that?
Because he is banged up and he doesn't want to get hurt on a new contract, without a new contract.
Oh, yeah. Listen, man, I'm going to say this to you.
And we're talking about Julio Jones.
I'm going to say this to the family. Listen. Get your money, bro. Get your money, man. Because at the end of the day, what people don't understand, and what a lot of fans don't understand, if that man breaks his ankle right now, breaks his knee right, or tears his ACL, whatever the case may be, who's to say he's going to get his money?
Yeah.
Who's to say it?
Yep.
So I don't blame him. That's why that contract's going to get – I guarantee that contract gets done within the next 24 hours, period. Guaranteed.
He's
going to get done.
He threatened to not play. And I will say this also, and I can't believe the Cowboys keep coming up on this show, on this edition. I apologize.
It's okay.
But
right.
if I'm Dak right now, I would have walked out. I would have held out.
But see, Dak –
Really?
Dak –
I'm going to explain why.
Dak is smoking some type of something. I don't know what it is.
Not even that.
Something. $40 million?
No, listen, I'm gonna explain to you why.
Okay, I know
if
you're
I'm
going.
Dak, I would have held out. I would have walked out. And as such, if you go back to the press conference that he had after Zeke signed,
okay,
the beat reporters were asking him the same exact questions. Mm-hmm. They're like, "How do you feel going out there knowing if you get hurt and you play, you have nothing? Are you willing to play without a new contract?" He says, "I'm here to play football." But this is the problem. You see Zeke held out, get paid. Donald held out, get paid. Mac held out, get paid.
Yeah.
AB throw a bitch fit, get traded, and get paid.
Yeah.
You don't see QBs hold out that often because
they're the leader.
Teams usually pay them first.
Yeah, and plus they're the leader.
In Dallas' situation, they may have a behind-the-scenes backdoor wink-wink type of handshake deal.
Right.
But if I'm Dak, and I'm like, I see Carson get paid. I see Goff get paid.
Yeah, but not only that, bro. Not only
and
that.
I just see Zeke get
but
paid.
But not only that.
And you know who's coming up next year, bro, right?
Hold on. But not only that, though. Landon Collins just got paid, too. Let's not forget about him. You're lying. But at the end of the day, here's where the
Jalen Smith
got paid, too. But here's the difference between us and here's the difference between Dak and guys that are built like him. He's a character guy. He's a guy that's, He's a rah-rah guy. He's a leader.
He can have that character and be broke.
So the bottom line is, at the end of the day, I think he's a little bit crazy for asking for $40 million. But they're going to have to give it to him. You think Dak is worth $40 million?
It's not about what he's worth. What's the market say? And this is where the Cowboys.
Ralphie, do you think he's worth that?
Listen. This is where the Cowboys really fucked themselves. Forgive me, Lord, because of the fact of why the Eagles were so smart. Now everybody was bitching about that Carson Wentz deal. It's too much money. Look what Goff just got.
Yeah,
Goff got 110.
Yeah.
The longer Dallas waits,
the
more it's going to go up.
I agree with that.
So he's absolutely right in asking for $40 million because you know why? That's the market.
Yeah.
That's the going rate.
I get the market, but
you know who's up next year, right?
Who's that?
He's gone.
Mahomes.
Oh, yeah,
and
Mahomes.
Watson.
And
both up next year.
Yeah, and watch, they're going to break Goff. They're going to break Goff's 110.
Yeah.
Now, I don't even think, like you said, Dak wants 110. If they came to offer him, say we'll do 6 years, 125 mil, 85 mil guaranteed.
You think he'll take that?
Yeah, he'll take that.
Now here's the odd man out though, so because not only you got to sign Dak, now you got Amari. But
I don't think they're going to sign Amari.
You think so?
I don't think they're going to.
I think the odd man out is going to be Byron Jones, and we actually talked about it before. I think the odd man out, and come on to Philly. I gotta give my man credit. Even though
come on,
even though he don't like to get
come on home.
Even though he don't like to give me credit,
I'll give you a hug.
I'm gonna give him credit for this. He said a couple years ago.
Who, me?
Yeah, I'll give you credit for that. You did say that 2 years ago. You said, listen, the way it's shaping up, they're not going to be able to pay everybody. And listen, he said, I'll take Byron Jones in a heartbeat. And we know, and as we know, let's keep it real. And I'm a big Malcolm Jenkins fan, but he's getting a little long in the tooth. So with that being said, and I'm a Malcolm Jenkins fan. That's my dude, man.
Well, hold on, time out. When did Malcolm Franco get called back up?
Yeah, he came. You late? You ain't even watching, have you? Like a week
Why?
and a half, 2 weeks. Anyway, man, that's done. Please. Anyway, back to the subject. I think with Malcolm Jenkins getting a little old in the tooth or long in the tooth, if you want to say that, I think they could go for Byron Jones and put that money out there.
They
and grab him.
should go for Byron Jones.
I think they could and they should.
There's in this instance
And
in
they
the,
should.
in
And
the
they would.
NFL, there's you invest in your O line, your D line, your quarterbacks, and your quarterback. Obviously,
Cornerbacks, DNs,
quarterbacks,
and if you have a stud defensive tackle.
right. That's what. And then the only other position is unless you have an above or once like an elite talent, you do like linebackers or things of that nature. But it's always invest in your secondary.
So let me just say this: we do have a Washington Redskins fan in the building, Mr. Daniel Joseph, and he says, and I quote, "Look out for Darius Guyz."
Nah, don't get me wrong.
He's gonna have a good game.
Darius
He should
Guyz
have a
can't
good
do it all
game.
by himself though.
Right.
That's
He should have
like
a good game, though. He'll have a decent
if
game.
I'm Jim Schwartz, I got to take him away. I can live with everybody else.
Yeah.
Beating you.
I got to take
And
him away.
especially that Jordan Reed's on questionable and he's through
not
concussion
playing.
protocol.
He's not playing.
I mean, like we sat here and asked ourselves. I mean, who does Case Keenum have? I mean, Paul
we
Richardson.
couldn't even name nobody.
He may
Yeah.
not even have
We couldn't
time to
name
throw
nobody.
The
the
only
ball.
guy was Paul Richardson.
That's all we can name.
They may not even have time to throw the ball.
No.
Because if Jim Schwartz
With
just
Eric-
overloads
with-
Flowers
with
and
Eric
Penn side,
Flowers, with Penn, that side, dog, Jackson's going to eat.
I know.
Jackson's going to eat all day, man.
he can blitz. He can blitz
So does
Jenkins
that?
or down.
But if you got to look at the offensive line, is Fletcher getting doubled now? I mean, is Fletcher getting doubled Sunday? Or is if he's one-on-one?
that-
Or
that-
does it even matter if Fletcher's getting doubled?
It don't
But
even
that's
matter.
but
It don't
that's
even matter.
what that's what made
Don't even matter.
picking up Clowney so.
Yeah.
That's over, bro. Just
I
it's
know.
old
I
news.
don't wanna let it
Just move
go.
over. Let it go, bro. Just move forward.
I'm not letting it
It's
go.
As I said,
We'll get
as
Melvin.
I said earlier, you going to get over it. Do you need Snickers?
No, I'm not hungry.
All right, no, but I'm saying
I'm hurt
Okay, it's okay though.
because
You gotta move forward. Listen, bro, it's done.
when it came out, it's a third round pick, and they're not gonna re-sign him. Like, oh my god.
How he said, these are my guys. That's it. Now we didn't hear him say it, but I'm telling you, it's what it is. These are my guys. This is the guys I'm rolling with, and we're gonna roll to the end. Now, it's either going to be a bad decision or it's either going to be a good decision.
Yeah.
Period.
Because
Yep.
Fluffy World.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, really a lot of humans in
G-Mill?
here now.
G-Mill's in the house. What's good, man?
Can show the viewers the shirt. Show them the A2D merch.
Okay. Nah, you good, man. Do your thing, man. Yeah, be your thing, man. Be you, man. Be great, man.
A2D merch.
Okay. G-Mill in the house. Okay.
There you go.
Yo, quick question on the subject. Have you ever had somebody sliding to your DM?
With the merch
Or just period in general?
no one real.
Okay. All right.
Just the ones on Instagram selling whatever they're selling, but no one real.
Yeah, I got you.
I slid. Not effectively.
He said I've been tagged. He said I slid and I got tagged out.
Real fast.
Tagged out of the
Oh,
plate.
man.
But yo, so I mean, really, I don't. I'm hurt, man.
No, we're not. I'm sorry. Let me just say this. Eileen,
yeah.
I love you. You're part of the fan, but we're not talking baseball because the Phillies stink. Let's keep it
I
real.
wouldn't say that.
No,
Damn, dog.
I've been saying this I checked that.
They don't stink. They're just not good enough to make
They're
it to the
done.
playoffs.
I've been saying how long? Ralphie, you're my witness. How long have I been
But
saying
they
this?
don't
For a while.
stink.
For a while, yeah.
6 weeks I've been saying it, right?
They're
Yeah.
just not good enough to get to a playoff spot. They're going to finish above 500.
Peter.
Yeah, they'll finish above
Yeah, but
500, but they ain't getting in the
Peter.
playoffs.
So they don't stink.
Yeah.
It's just
They stink, man.
No.
Just let's what? Ace to ace and spade to spade. Let's call it what it is. All right? They're not good enough. Do you agree with that?
they're not good enough to make it in.
They stink. I mean,
Did they hold up real quick? Did they call?
when we're family,
Let's
when we're family, you gotta these conversations are very, very hard
No, they don't stink in my opinion.
because you're being biased.
No. This is agree to disagree. Hence the
that.
foundation we have.
I like that.
So
Peter.
just to tickle Eileen's fancy, did they
Okay.
call up Spencer Howard or not?
No.
But she said, Eileen, listen. I'm sorry. I don't mean. She said they don't stink. Unfortunately,
Thank you, Eileen.
Eileen, listen. I'm just saying. I've been saying this for the last 6 weeks. For the last 6 weeks, stick a fork in it, done.
That-
Everyone has held on,
Right.
hoping and wishing and praying that they're going to do something. And I said, stick a fork in it, they're done.
Yeah.
6 weeks. Did I say that?
You've
Right?
been saying that
You've
for a
been
while.
saying for a while.
For
I said they're done. I said I'm not even going to put
if they would have
I'm
made
not gonna put my own
if
in
they
it.
would have made the manual move in June, they may have had a chance.
As long as we had the GM doing what he's doing, we're going to be stinking. Period.
He said we're going to be stinking.
All right?
I'll be stinking.
Because Clintek is one of them guys that was in his mom's basement at 38 years old. He was in his mama's basement looking at
Oh, man.
40-year virgin. and he finally got a job.
All right, so real quick. Every week now, every week this season, PSG is always going to do a picks.
Yes, sir.
We pick 5 games. No, 4 games. I'm sorry, 4 games.
Okay.
That's not so. It's really 5 because there's always the Eagles game, and then we choose 4 of the games. That we'll go ahead and we'll come back and pick a game. And me and
So we
E
got-
always don't agree
Listen,
for different reasons.
and I want the family to get into the family. We're going to keep a tally, and we're going to see what the family picks, and then we're going to see what me and Pete think, and we're going to come up with a champion.
So this week's slot of games. First, we're going to go Rams and Panthers at 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
West Coast team coming east, playing the Panthers.
Want to take this first? Want to take it first?
I know it's the Panthers getting 2 points
Okay.
as far as betting in the spread.
Yeah, but in the spread. It was actually 3. It was actually 3 Rams, but I think the Panthers going to hit the spread.
I like the Panthers if I'm betting the money line.
Right.
I'm betting with the spread. I like the Panthers, but I think the Rams win the game.
Okay.
I think it's a lot of questions. Goff getting his money. I just think the Rams on the defensive side are going to be not thin, but their linebackers are still going to be thin. They lost Roger Saffold, and they also lost their center as well.
Yeah.
And we don't know about Gurley, but the biggest thing is with Cam is
That shoulder.
his shoulder and his foot.
Yeah.
Is he healthy? Is he healthy? So for me, I'm picking the Rams.
So you got the Rams. I'm actually going to agree with you. I think I think Cam's not back, man.
Okay.
I hate to say it. I've been a Cam fan, but I don't think he's Cam. He's not super Cam anymore. I think the shoulders is really worse than what they're saying. And I just think they don't have enough. I mean, we're going to see a lot from DJ Moore, which I have in my fantasy, which I'm hoping he does a good game. So we're going to see something from him. We'll see a couple little good plays from him. But run CMC is going to be run CMC.
Yeah.
He's going to do his thing, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. I think Aaron Donald is going to get that push in the middle, and then they're not going to have an answer for that. So I'm going the Rams.
All right, so we got Chiefs and Jaguars in Jacksonville. Nick Foles versus Andy Reid at 1 o'clock.
So Tristan says Panthers. Bill Middlebrook says Panthers. I agree, guys. Go ahead. No, he said Panthers. Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
So we're saying Panthers, not the Rams? Wow.
Yeah. So Chiefs, Jaguars, Pat Mahomes, Sammy Watkins, Tyreek Hill,
Foles versus Andy.
Shady,
Yeah, Shady.
Nick Foles, Leonard Fournette,
Mm-hmm.
not Telvin Smith, Calais Campbell, Yannick Ngakoue.
Tyreek
I
getting his
forgot they
money.
actually drafted Josh Allen as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a tight one. I think once again, I think Jacksonville cover the spread.
What's
but
the line? What's the line?
I think it's 3. Either 3 or 3.5.
Yeah,
I think
3.
Jacksonville cover the spread, but I think Kansas City wins the game. I just don't think that offensively they'll be able to keep up. I mean, I'll take Tyreek Hill over D.D. Westbrook every day of the week.
Well, I think what they're going to try to do is they're going to try to keep Holmes off the field by running the ball with Fournette. Now, the Kansas City defense is a little weak.
Well, you got Chris Jones now. You got Frank Clark.
You have Chris Jones and Frank Clark, but the cornerbacks. I mean, do you know the cornerbacks?
Nope.
Okay.
I know they got Tyrann Mathieu.
That's it. That's it in the safety the backfield. I mean, yeah, that's big, but I just think they're going to try to slow the game down with Fournette. But I think it's just going to be too much for Nicky Foles in his first game.
Yeah.
I got KC.
And then we got America's Game of the Week on Fox. Second part of the doubleheader. Cowboys
I'm gonna take
versus
this
the
one.
Giants.
I'm definitely going to Cowboys. I hate to say this, but this is true. The Cowboys going to win this game. I just think they're going to have too much for the Giants. It's going to be competitive because this is a division game, rivalry game. It will be competitive. I think the line is 7, right? The line is 7.
7.
I'm taking actually the line. I really think the Cowboys going to win by at least 10.
Okay. I mean, the Cowboys. I think they cover the spread. I hope they cover the spread. I
think they are.
I picked them in my Delaware teaser. Get out to
Okay.
Delaware Park or any of your FanDuel,
that's a good one.
DraftKings, Sugar House.
Yeah.
I mean, everywhere.
Yo, they everywhere, man.
They everywhere now.
You can be on your toilet and just pick games.
Wow. That was spoken
You can
from
be on your
experience.
toilet and just picking games. Let me just pick this right here.
So, I mean, listen, Cowboys in that game, I just think they have too much.
Yeah.
Now we have Sunday Night Football, Steelers versus Patriots. And
Wow.
The Steelers have to prove it to me.
Bill Middlebrooks made a bold
He
prediction.
said the Giants will win the game.
He said Jaguars will be in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
I
I'm
don't
not
know
sure.
about that.
I'm not
either.
sure.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I'm not sure. But Steelers, Patriots.
This is the game we actually see really what the Steelers are made of. No Bell, no Brown. But now you got Connor, now you got Juju. The new
You
era,
got
the new regime.
Moncrief, Washington.
You know what? I'm really not. I like Washington. Let me say this. I do like Washington. I know Moncrief is listed as a second wide receiver, but watch out for Washington this year. I think Washington's going to be a good steal for a lot of people in fantasy.
So who are you picking to win the game?
Pats.
Yeah.
All day. Pats.
Pats, I think I said it in our shield. I said when they brought back Demaryius Thomas, Julius Edelman, Josh Gordon, probably the best wide receiver skill set as a whole that he's had in a couple years.
Yeah.
You also have been, obviously the tight end is nobody's going to be Gronk. But even with the running game, James White, Sony Michel, Rex Burkhead.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing about the Pats, I think I'm going to make a bold prediction. By the end of the year, the Patriots will have either the top 2 or top defense in the league.
That's real bold.
I think their defense is going to carry them. They're changing their identity.
Okay.
They're getting back to that 03, early 2000s type of team where the defense is going to be their strong.
The McGinnis era and all those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. And it's guys you don't know. It's guys that you wouldn't even think. Van Noy and all those guys. You're like,
Calvin Noy,
who is
JT
this
Jackson.
guy? You know what I mean?
Stephon Gilmore with the McCourties as a safety. So I listen.
So the fam is picking. Tristan's picking Patriots. Tristan also picks. He says Dallas, unfortunately, which is funny. Bill Middlebrook says Steelers. Ryan, what's up, Ryan B? He says Steelers, and he says the Cowboys blow them out. Interesting. Ryan says the Cowboys blow the Giants out.
I can see that. I can say that as well. As long as Saquon gets some couple garbage time,
you'll be happy with that, right?
I'll be happy with that.
Yeah.
So everybody, YGTG, it doesn't even need to be said. It's going to AB. Calm down. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. Everybody, be safe out there this weekend. Drink responsibly, party responsibly, gamble responsibly, love responsibly as well. For Aaron, I'm Pete.
That's right.
Ralphie D.
Yes, sir.
Fluffy World Order, gang,
Yes, sir.
gang.
That's what we do.
Bleed green, fly, Eagles fly. Be on the lookout. All the shows coming up on A2D next week. Next Sunday, we don't know where we'll be at, but it's going to be an A2D watch party. We want all our fans
we
to come.
doing that?
If you're able to come out,
We with it?
If you're able to come out and support. We'll be there strong.
Okay.
And support in unison. Try to spread the word. Matter of fact, hashtag free A2D. Namaste.
I like that. Holla.